That's crazy.
Do you have any experience with DMT? Because that's the one I really want to do. After my experience with LSD, and I know. All right, so first of all, my understanding is there's kind of two different kinds of DMT. There's the one that's kind of similar to or analogous to that, like toad venom. That's like a whiteout where you disassociate and you become like, I don't know, like just a point in a void. And I saw a video of a guy doing it. He's rolling around in a creek bed saying, "I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you." I don't want that. That sounds awful. Yep. But there's the other kind of DMT that I've seen people with vape carts for. And we actually had a guy, we do this hangout with fans every month. And there's like 20 guys in a video call with us. And one of them was vaping DMT, and he was going on this wild trip. And I was trying to guide him through his trip, like give him visual, like suggestions. And he was seeing the things I was telling him. I was like, there's a waterfall of gold rolling over. And he's just like, I see it. And that seems, and I also hear people talking about meeting the machine elves. And I want to meet the machine elves so goddamn bad, because I've heard people theorize that when you take DMT, that you are transcending your mind, your soul, whatever there is inside of us that isn't biological and made of matter is transcending to this other dimension, maybe, and you're seeing something else. You're seeing some interdimensional traveling beings, which are the machine elves. And I want to do this experiment where we get someone who has no concept of the machine elves, and we give them the drug, and we see if they see the machine elves, because everyone says they see them, but it's like, well, were you expecting to see them? Because if I did DMT and I saw machine elves, I'd be like, well, that's who I was going to meet. I
wanted a little predictive programming.
But if we put some DMT and some bananas, and then we toss them on the beach on that North Sentinelese island, and those jokers see machine elves, then I believe there's machine elves at that point.
How are we going to ask them?
Yeah,
well, we'll torture it out of them. We'll have to teach them English after the fact.
What do they speak?
No, like
fucking gobbledygook. No.
Yeah, they have a made up fucking. Oh yeah, they have like a tribal language that even the islanders.
We'll figure it out through the burbles and clicks.
They tried to get like some natives who live on an island somewhere in that region also who are contacted to talk to them. And there was the language gap it didn't work. They didn't understand them, and neither party could understand each other. But my question, what I wanted to get to, was like, have you done DMT? Do you have DMT experience? What are your thoughts on the machine elves?
So I have not done DMT. I have purposefully avoided that one. There's a few reasons for it. I think my reasoning for avoiding DMT changes, and ironically, as much as I've taken acid and shrooms, I mean, I've tripped hundreds of times across both of those drugs. In a way, I'm definitely scared of DMT a little bit. Like that one intimidates me. When I do drugs, I generally like being grounded. Like I like still kind of understanding where I am for the most part. And like when I take acid or when I take shrooms and I take a high dose of those and have one of those trips where I get sucked out of the room, like, I don't enjoy those kind of feelings, I'm the kind of guy who, like, when I would take acid, I would take like 2 or 3 tabs and parachute throughout the night just to keep I'd hit my peak and be like, all right, let's redose right now. And like, then I'll be peaking for 3 hours straight.
Parachute, like you take another little tab.
Yeah. So parachuting is like, instead of taking all 3 of my tabs at once, I'll pop my first one, wait 2-3 hours, then pop my next one and, do the same thing until all my tabs are gone. And I've stayed up for like days doing that. I've stayed up. I've done that a lot, dude. It's fun. I remember a little off.
But you're afraid of DMT. Like,
yes.
I want exactly what you don't want. Like,
yes,
my LSD experience, I took like 5 tabs, maybe. Like, I took one and waited 40 minutes, and I was like, this is the best feeling ever. I'm seeing things are wiggling
40
a
minutes
little.
Was not long enough.
Maybe not, but I was like, this feels amazing. I'm always afraid of nausea when I take a drug. Like, I hate that. I hate throwing up. I don't want that involved in my drug at all. Mushrooms do that to me. No nausea. I feel great. Things are wiggly. I feel like joyous and giggly and happy and purely positive. Give me more. Give me the rest of them tabs. We know we're good now. And then just started like 4 or 5 of them or something like that until like shit was moving. And I loved that. But I felt very grounded. I felt like I could at any time, like if an adult had shown up, although this is a couple years ago.
You were like, but if like a real adult,
you know what I mean though, like a real adult.
a good thing I wasn't there.
Woody would have got you in trouble. He would have scolded you.
Like I could have a normal conversation that like someone probably wouldn't know I was high unless they looked at my fucking googly eyes. But what I want is to fucking break on through to the other side. All right. I want to open the door. I want to go. I want to open the door and then get sucked through it like a fucking pressure change. Like those guys, those saturation divers, they got pulled through that pipe. I want to get sucked in and have no control and for the experience to just happen to me. I don't want to be like rafting down a river of highness. I want to be falling down a waterfall of it. Like I want to be consumed by it. So that DMT is such a, I want that. Like I'm.
So when you're doing those drugs, you're looking for sort of like a Titan submersible event. Where
yes.
It explodes and you're through the looking glass.
I want to lose concept
that
of
sounds
time.
Stressful to me.
I bet it would be stressful. I'm open to that. I want to go in there and I want to see things that aren't there. And I don't mean, so LSD is augmented reality in my experience. It's we're still in this room, but this room is a little different to me.
For sure.
But DMT, I think, might be virtual reality. I think I leave this room and I'm now in the room that the drug has taken me to in combination with wherever my mind is wandering and whoever my personality and who knows what else. Maybe another fucking dimension. I don't know. I've never done it.
That's spot on.
I want
honestly
that.
Spot on.
I want to go from augmented reality to virtual reality.
I don't buy into that because Woody, go ahead.
I have been floating down a river made of syrup in the dark. Ketamine will get you there.
You got to go pretty deep in the K-hole. You got to lose your limbs, to really.
Okay, well, like I am interested in ketamine. It's like $1,000, I think, to like get the experience you did, right?
Yeah, I want to say it was 1,200, but it was 6 times.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's
Woody did like one of those legal prescribed.
Oh my
ketamine
God. I've
things.
wanted to do that shit for so long.
Woody liked it.
How was it? Wait, I need to hear this story.
I've told it here a couple times. So
you can give me the quick rundown. You don't have to bore people.
Yeah, I was kind of sad at the time, and it was like sold as this like sort of ketamine therapy, and it was perfect for me. I'm not as experienced as you with drugs, so the first time they send you a first class like blindfold blood pressure thing, a nurse sort of makes sure that you're okay to do this before you do it. They teach you how, which I didn't know. Like it's a pill that I would have swallowed. You don't do that. You like slush it around in your mouth for 7 minutes. They give you an audio track to listen to, which I thought was pretty cool. It's binaural music. I might have mispronounced that. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And the first 7 minutes is kind of like a motivational speech almost that also helps you time when to spit out this pharmacy tasting saliva that you're building up. And if you're like me and you get a little bold, you're like, all right, that was 7 minutes, but we go for extra around here. And then you spit that out. And
I swallowed mine.
That'll make you sick. Oh, by the way, it comes with anti-nausea meds too. So you take that an hour before the ketamine so that you don't have any nausea. And I took it the first time and it hit me, but I told him, I was like, it's almost like you have 3 beers and you're like acting super drunk with your friends, but if your parents walk in, you could suppress it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not what I'm going for. And she's like, I got you. And they more than doubled the dose. And then I wrote a river of warm syrup, thinking about my place in the universe. And afterwards, I would journal it and sort of work out my thoughts. Because I was in there, like I was working it. I wasn't just trying to have a recreational good time. I was trying to like figure out things that were important to me. And I sort of hit my bullseye with these things. I even now sometimes look at my journal entries, just the simple things I figured out. The things I figured out are the normal me, the me right now, figures something out and then second guesses it, pokes holes in it, etc. That's not the K-hole me. The K-hole me, every idea I have is right on the money. I figured it out. And when you remove all that sort of second guessing and doubt and I don't know, proofreading, you could even call your thoughts, then you can land on some good ones that do stand up on their own. So it was a really good experience. I've talked to you a couple times about ego death that I had, and a lot of people find this idea that you are an insignificant speck in the universe to be a depressing one. They want to be something important. I found it to be a load off my shoulders. Like, oh man, when you really simplify it, all I got to do is keep these people like warm fed and clothed, and that's it. Like this is something that I can accomplish. Like when you boil it down to what really needs to get done, it's not that bad. And it just helped me reprioritize, have a little perspective, and find some joy. So it was a win for me.
When you went into it,
I've always been very curious about doing that. The guy that gave me my medical card back when I lived in Illinois, he started this like ketamine therapy service, and he email blasted everybody, and I got one. It was like, hey, like, he was a very sketchy doctor, so I don't think it would have been as like legit as what you're describing. But he was like, "Hey, got a spot in Chicago, ketamine therapy license now. Come by, first one's free." That sounded enticing to me, but I never went through with it because I don't know. I'd done so much, recreational snort a bump off the table kind of ketamine that the IV stuff, I was like, that sounds expensive.
So this was what other medicines do you take that like dissolve under your tongue?
Sublingual,
yeah.
Like nausea shit.
I don't know.
Yeah. The nausea one was like that, but this was sublingual, and I'm almost powering to make it to 7 minutes, and then little extras just for me. It's not a good taste. Oh, and then like, dude, their coaching was something that I really, really needed because I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. They're like, put a tasty drink, have a little like spit cup, so you spit it out. I chased it with cranberry juice or something like that, and then you put on the blindfold. You've got your headphones, the music is playing, and you just trip and think and reflect, which is what I was going for. And then afterwards, I journaled it. Like, so how long is it? I would say, if you're on the saliva for 7 minutes, by the end of that, it's peaking at like 30. And then at like 45, 50 minutes, you're like, okay, not that I should be driving, but I could walk on the steps.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. When you went into the ketamine thing, was it like a general feeling of malaise?
My thing refreshed again, and I can't see Taylor anymore.
Maybe refresh. You'll come right back.
Okay, all right. I'll be right back.
So Taylor,
was it a general feeling of malaise, or was it like a couple individual things where like I got to sort through this?
Oh, what motivated me to take it?
Yeah,
I think I suffered some winters from the seasonal affect disorder that it's sad and just like a little bit depressed. I don't mean to, not like suicidal depressed, but just like, man, what's the point? What am I doing? Like everything's work, nothing's fun.
So it was generalist. It wasn't like, this is bothering me, I want to take this to solve this. It was like, I'm in the dumps. I'm in the doldrums. I got to pull myself out.
Accurate. Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. Interesting.
But being in the dumps, being in the doldrums, I feel like it makes me a worse version of me for everyone that like depends on me. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of had like that aspect targeted to like, how can I be better for Jackie? How can I be better for Colin, etc.
Yeah. That makes sense.